Hey, Gary, what was the big fight in the hall? Boy, Gary Delabate, better known as Baba Booey.
Bald Gary Delabate.
Yeah, there was a big fight. Stuttering John and Gary were going at it like two little wildcats out in the hall.
Well, John thinks I've been picking on him lately, but let me tell you what happened yesterday.
You keep picking on me, and if I come in late, you get on me, but if Mike Ganji comes in late, you say it's okay, and I have to go out sometimes till 2 in the morning working. And
let me just tell you this story.
And Gary's like, John, you are. I
said you have to start acting responsible if you want to be treated with respect.
Yeah,
he feels no one treats him with respect, and then let me tell you the story.
Gary sounded like my dad yelling at me.
Really?
Yeah, he was pretty good. I was very pleased to see it.
Oh, why can't I see that?
Yeah, Gary was like, listen, if you want to be treated with respect, you've got to act in a responsible fashion. Jeez. John acting responsibly, we're finished.
Yeah.
I know. I was thinking that, too.
I know. Well, okay, but he has certain functions.
Be responsibly irresponsible.
Here's what happened. John went to interview Larry King yesterday.
Right.
We went to the TV meeting, and John came back in the middle of the TV meeting.
Right.
John walks in, and he hands me a cassette, unmarked, of course, but cool, he can't do everything, so he hands it to me, and he said, this is a Larry King interview.
Right.
I take it, and I punch out the tabs, I put it down on my papers in front of me.
Right.
Then we get involved in a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah.
And I leave. I come back here, and I'm home last night at like 6:30, and all of a sudden the bell goes off in my head, and I go, damn, I don't remember where that cassette went.
Now, when you say a bell goes off in your head, is that a literal bell or just like a...
I was napping on the couch, and I...
That's what I envisioned, like the round ring.
Wait a second. I was napping on the couch.
All right, who wants a fire? Who wants a fire? Who wants a fire?
I was napping on the couch, and I shot straight up, and I'm like, oh, no. Because
let me ask you, in your own house you nap on the couch?
Yeah.
Why don't you go in your bedroom?
I like the couch.
All right.
So I bought a nice...
Go ahead. All right, that's irrelevant.
So I zip up, and I go, what happened to that cassette? I can't find it anywhere. I don't remember bringing it with me. I don't know where it went.
Right.
So,
ladies and gentlemen, Stuttering John entering the room.
Stuttering John, let me finish the story.
Stuttering John in this corner.
Right.
So I call John up, Stuttering John, the legend.
John, move over here closer so I can look at your face when you stutter.
I call him up at home, and I say to him, John, did you see where the cassette went, the Larry King cassette?
Go ahead.
He goes, no.
Wait. I wasn't home.
I left a message on the machine. He called me back. He said, no, man, I gave it to you. That's the last I saw of it. I go, you didn't take it, did you? No, man, I didn't. So now I'm freaking out.
Two Stooges.
So now I'm freaking out. Where could it have gone?
Right.
So I called Kevin at the TV show.
He doesn't have it.
I asked him to... No, I know he doesn't have it.
Right.
I asked him to roll it off from the video. And could you please drop it off in my apartment at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Right.
Now, I was out for a little bit last night. John called twice and said, did you find it yet? Did you find it yet? Because he was nervous as well.
Right.
I walk in this morning. I got the package. I walk in this morning, and I give it to Scott to, put on to reel.
Which was a real hassle because Kevin probably had to get it over here and... Yeah, go ahead.
And Scott goes, what are you giving me? I got this already. And I see the cassette sitting there, and I go, where did you get this cassette from? And he goes, John gave it to me.
Ooh.
So I said to John, what happened? He goes, oh, man, I'm sorry, I forgot it was in my jacket. But I don't know why he would have picked it up off in front of my desk.
I picked it up because I just had a feeling that someone was going to forget it.
Yeah, but you're the one who forgot it.
No,
you picked it up and forgot it.
The point is, Gary left a message on my machine. I was in the studio.
What?
Wait a minute.
Gary left a message on my machine. I'm in the studio for like 7 hours mixing the same freaking song. So I'm just like, there wasn't anything about it. But then when I got home, I realized that I put it in my jacket. And then when I got home, I realized I put it in my jacket because I was afraid that someone was not going to bring it. So then I put it in my jacket. This way I know I'd have it in the morning. And then
but John, when you spoke to Gary, how could you not know you don't have it?
Because I'm right in the middle of mixing. He called. I got a
mixing what? Those songs?
A message from
Excuse me, mixing those songs that nobody is going to listen to?
How do you know nobody's going to listen
to? Oh, come on, John. Get with it. How old are you now?
26 years old.
And how long have you been mixing songs?
Since I was 16.
Right. And what's happened with those songs?
What do you mean what happened?
Nothing.
In your eyes.
In my eyes, the Larry King interview is going to make you some money, not those stupid songs.
So that's why I'm doing that, too. But let me just say something.
Hey, wait a minute. Let me back up here for a second. You're asking him why he didn't remember it at whenever that time was last night. When we were leaving yesterday, he didn't remember it was in his pocket because he said to me, I hope Gary doesn't lose that tape.
Oh, my God. Well, what good is you having a tape if you can't remember that you have it?
Then I finally realized.
But you made people...
I know I did. I apologize.
In the morning.
I said, Gary, I'm really sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm legitimately sorry. But that, then it was, and then it comes on to more and more things open up as they go along.
John is a responsible guy, isn't he, in many ways?
Well, you know what? He was late a bunch of times a couple of weeks ago. Not when he was doing stuff for the TV show. Because if he was out, I wouldn't hassle him. But just in general. And he says, why? See, John comes in early, and Ganj comes in late, and then they reverse it. So he says, why don't I yell at Ganj when Ganj comes in late? And the reason is Gange's the second guy in. He was a little late the other day. Sometimes when John's the second guy in, he's real late, and I never say a word. You know, in other words, the second guy gets in about 10 after 6.
Yeah.
So sometimes John gets in at 7. I don't say a word. One morning, John just completely overslept somewhere in the middle of New Jersey. No one knew where he was.
Are we forgetting?
His mom didn't know where he was.
When
he called me at 8:30, said I'm on my way, and showed up at 10 of 10.
Because if I oversleep, if I oversleep, I'm an hour away. If Gary calls me at 7, I can't.
But you weren't an hour away, and then you called.
Are we forgetting when Gary was late 3 times in 1 week, and Gary had me call him up at 6 o'clock, his alarm clock, because you couldn't get up on your own? Are we forgetting that?
Yeah, we are. I was late twice.
Mike Navarro told me
a couple. Me
and Mike were with the other interns. Gary was late 3 times in a week, so he goes, John, do me a favor. I'm having trouble getting up. Call my house at 5:45 every morning and get my ass up because I can't get up on my own.
So what's wrong with that?
Listen to me. Listen to me now. I'm gonna solve all your problems. I heard everything you guys got to say. The two of you are morons. You know that.
My point is that we all go through strings, like a week where things get tough, and we're late. But Gary went through a week where he was late. I called you up every morning. Gary,
yesterday is typical of some of the things that you do when it comes. I can't remember more. I wish I could.
Wait a second, John.
I can remember.
John, let me just tell you something. Sure, you're an intern. You're a very reliable guy. And occasionally, you're going to be late. You have things that come up. You're a young guy. You're busy with that stupid band of yours. All right, you're up mixing. God knows what you're mixing. The mix should take about 15 minutes, the whole mix. I could do your mixing in 15 minutes and make it sound just as good as what you do.
You're nuts.
Yeah? Think so?
I have it. You should let me play one of the songs.
Yeah, I want to hear one of the songs. Okay. Go get it. Where is it?
I have it on
cassette. Oh, you always it's always somewhere.
Have it on cassette. I'm going to come in with it on card.
Oh, yeah, have it on card.
Where's the cassette?
It's in my jacket.
Oh. How do you know?
How do you forget that?
Big setup.
All right, listen to me.
I apologize to Gary.
Listen to me.
But at least we have a tape. At least it's not lost.
Listen to me. You have it's true you have the tape, but you're missing the point. You're making people run around like nuts.
I apologize to Gary. I called up Channel 9 myself.
Now, let me tell you where you made your first mistake.
I was born.
Don't make jokes. I'm teaching you something now, some life lessons.
All right.
When you take a tape from Gary, you got to tell him you're taking the tape. You don't slip it in your pocket, you dope.
I understand that.
All right? You say, Gary, I'm going to keep this in my pocket for safekeeping. And Gary would say to you whether or not he's still your boss, technically. I know it's hard to accept.
This incident, I'm dead wrong. I know I am.
Right, so you're wrong.
But I apologize.
Now, the other places where you're wrong is even though you're working for free, and even though you've been very reliable in the past, if you're going to be late, if you're going to need some extra time, as soon as you wake up, you call up and say, look, this is where I am.
That's what I did.
No. All right, well, at 10 o'clock, you didn't wake up at 10 o'clock.
No, I woke up and I called at 8 o'clock when I got up.
8:30.
Then, 8:30, and then I hit traffic for an hour.
All right.
Can I just say one last thing, boss? One quick thing.
Yes.
John, how many times have you ever asked me to take the day off to go do something with your band? Or you had to go pay traffic tickets or anything, and have I ever hassled you if you asked me for...
I hate it. I dread that moment.
But have I ever said no? Ever?
But have
I ever hassled you?
Well, yeah, you give me the puss.
Absolutely not.
Oh, come on.
That pussy can't help.
We all dread it. Ganji dreads it. Ganji wasn't even going to...
All right, listen to me. I don't have all day for this. There's many important topics to discuss, and I can't work out every little problem here on the air.
This is pretty good.
This one is pretty good.
I'm just... Because, you know what it is? No, because last month I swear to God...
How come it's me, and then it's Kevin's against you, and then, what is the whole world against you?
Kevin, you heard what Kevin's a compulsive liar. We all heard that.
Now, why is it that
I heard you stutter it is all I heard.
Why is it you're at war with everyone?
I'm at war with everybody. I'm not at war with anybody in this room except for Gary.
Oh, I see. And why? You know why? Because
wait a second. That's not true. Jackie was just telling me the other day how he lends John his apartment, how John drinks all his beer, takes his towels and throws them in the corner when they're all wet, and leaves the place a mess.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Now that's between me and John.
And that's
what about that, Jackie?
And that's a lie because I never drank beers in your place once. That's a lie. I swear to God. Go ahead. I want to hear this.
Jackie, you're a compulsive liar.
There's another liar.
See, I'm not sure. I just know the other day I was at my apartment.
Jackie, you might be drinking those beers.
Right, just forget it.
It's possible, but I always have beer in my apartment. The other day I was early. Nancy was supposed to pick me up. I said,
Jackie, you always have beer.
Right. And I said, I got 15 minutes. My foot's killing me, but I'll sit and have a beer and it'll take the edge off. And I looked for a beer, and I don't know for sure John took it. But there's never not been a beer in there. And I look and there's no beer. So, of course, you want to blame the person.
All right, did he take the beer or not?
I have no idea.
But what about the towels and the chicken bones?
No, let me tell you, the funniest thing, though.
Don't make a long story, Jackie. No. When you get into long stories, it's lethal.
Oh,
Dan, if I'm going to sit here and pick out every time everybody argues about something,
so the towels are piled on a chair and piled on top of each other, and the bottom one's still wet because it's the fifth one down, right?
Right, that's John's.
So John always swears that he had nothing to do with this. So I went in there one time, and there's chicken bones in the garbage. I said, John, you know, this is a city apartment. Sometimes I'm not here for a week, 2 weeks. You got to take out all the garbage each time.
Right.
And I said, there was chicken bones, which is made for the cockroaches. There's chicken bones in the garbage. He said, those aren't my chicken bones. Those were Sherry's.
Okay. Wait, Howard, that was 7 months ago. That was 7 months ago, and after you told me that, have I ever done it again? It's unbelievable. I didn't know. I don't have a place in the city. How am I going to know that? One time he tells me, boom, I'll never do it again. And I make the bed every time I'm there now. I mean, I've never drinking up.
And you know that I just do this to him and say these things to him because I like to hear him do this whole stuff.
Well, that's fine.
I don't argue with Jackie.
Let me tell you something, John. The world is against you. You know what I mean? You got the world against you.
I love him. I give him the applause.
I know you love him, Jackie. You love him. And you know what? You love Charles Manson.
And I do a lot for John. If you ever ask me to do favors and help you out, talk to people, have I helped you?
I know, but
it's not like I hate you. I like John a lot.
Let me ask you something,
Robin. Last month, I felt like a horse being rided.
Robin, where is my life at this point that I need these two turds?
Well, I quieted
it down. You gotta look at that,
Didn't you hear me say? Wait a minute. Didn't you hear me say? I feel like you're my, I don't know, my father or my priest or something. John and I are arguing, and I just go, quiet, not in front of Howard.
Well, you know, it was annoying.
I know, but you know, I'm actually glad because this stuff gets in the open.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But nothing has gotten in the open.
Yes, it does, because the last month.
All right, let me tell you something. Let me
just say one point.
Even though you work for free, Gary relies on you.
But one point. Let me say one point, please. The point is, when I was coming in at 10 after 6, Gary, he would say, this is on my late week.
Yes.
He would say, John, you got to be here at 6. And every time I was at 10 after 6, it was a big episode. Wait, let me finish.
How many times did you come in at 7?
Did I interrupt you? Then, Ganji gets here at 10 after 6.
Once.
No. Ganji always, we all get here.
You know, you sound like a jealous girl.
Yeah, why are you worried about what happens with
Because Gary has this problem with me, I think. Because
what is the problem? Why don't you be honest? What do you think the problem is?
I don't know, because
you think Gary's jealous because you get all this attention on the radio?
I didn't say
not the case. I can attest.
I would never say. That hasn't even crossed my mind. I'm not saying that. It's just you know, I like a biorhythm. Things go up and down, and now I'm on Gary's crap list.
Right.
No, you're not on my crap list. John, you know I like you. I just want you to be more dependable and more responsible. That's all I want.
So now
I'm not as anal retentive as Gary. I can't remember, like, you know, what the stapler is facing.
But according to Howard, I'm a mutant. So if I'm bad and you're worse than me, we're in bad shape.
No. Here's the problem, John. You got to recognize Gary does need you, because look at Gary. He needs somebody.
He needs everybody.
He needs everybody.
Do you realize that if I screw up in this job, I can't even sleep at night? I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it now.
Right, that's right.
I call 5 for awake every friggin' morning along with my alarm clock. You should see my phone bill with that stupid thing.
I don't even know what you just
5 for awake. It calls and wakes you up every morning.
How much does that cost a morning?
$2.
Oh, you can't set an alarm clock.
I do set my alarm clock, but I'm just so nervous about being late.
All right. First of all, there's something wrong with me that I'm on the radio in 5 markets. I got my own TV show, and this is the best I can do. Me too. There's something wrong with me. There's an inadequacy. Whatever that is, that's my problem.
You know, I like to think of it as one of your little quirks.
Yeah. My own personal entertainment.
Yeah.
I find John to be very reliable. I also find him to have a lot of responsibilities on this show, the TV show, and other things.
There's a lot of things he does well.
So there's a little slack we do have to give him. Right. Okay?
He's doing a lot.
He's doing a lot, but that doesn't mean he can come in here at 8, 9 o'clock every day, which he doesn't. He comes in once in a while, a little bit late. The kid's got this stupid idea he's going to be a rock star, but he'll learn. By the time he's 35, if he's still doing this, then I'm going to smack him. You're going to realize where your bread is buttered. You got to learn to be using your head a little bit more, especially on something as important as the Larry King tape. You can't just slip it in your pocket and not tell anyone.
I agree, I'm wrong.
You know what? One of the other problems that we ran into was that...
and this is really pissing me off.
Was that John took the tape yesterday, and he said that when he went to interview with the radio recorder, that the plug fell out. Now we got a brand new microphone, much better than the last one. It's a new microphone.
Well, what are you saying to me?
I'll explain it.
Wait a second. What are you telling me, John?
When I went to Larry King, now I haven't even gone to the interview yet. I'm walking to Channel 9. Carry everything in. I go downstairs to hide before someone Larry King comes out. I'm hidden behind the doorway. As I'm hiding there, I look down, and the cord that goes into the tape recorder, you know how it goes into the little piece of metal and the piece of metal plugs in?
Yes. I know how you plug in a tape recorder.
I'm not.
What, am I stupid?
I'm not trying to be condescending, my friend.
No, you are too.
But anyway, the piece of rubber came out of the piece of metal. I'm like, oh my God, here we go.
Right, so let me tell you something.
But let me just say something.
You got a problem.
No, let me just say something.
You can't even keep a microphone in a tape machine.
I've been here for 4 years, all right?
Yeah.
Listen to me.
That's right.
Okay, listen to me.
That's amazing.
Listen to me. Listen to me for a second.
That's longer than we've been here.
Listen to me for a second. My tape recorder, I never had a problem. One time, Martin Downey busted it up. You can't blame me. Last time I was out in L.A., I got into a brawl, and someone, screwed around with it, obviously.
Yeah, what's the problem this time?
This time, it's just an accident. But what guy thinks that I'm using it for like a yo-yo. I'm sitting there going like this and swinging it around. Believe me.
Well, you're doing something because you're the only guy I know who goes out on interviews and can't keep the microphone in the tape recorder.
Things break like anything else.
I checked with Scott. I wanted to know. He's the engineer.
But what does he know? Yeah. John was tossing it around like a piece of junk. How do you know? I grab it like I take care of it. I swear to God, I have it on my strap. I have it hanging from me like a strap. It's strapped on, and I hold the mic like this.
Calm down. I'm sorry. I feel bad now.
Well, why do you feel bad? You're having a problem with him out in the hall while I'm trying to read the newspaper.
Well, we're taken care of now.
Find it distracting.
We'll go finish outside.
Yeah, really. There's a problem here.
No, we like each other. I just want to, like I said, I just want him to get his act together a little bit better. Right. He's got it together good. I'd like him to get it together a little bit better. That's all.
A couple of mornings you can give him a late morning. Why don't you show up early?
He can have a late morning.
Yeah.
He never asked. He's afraid. He thinks that I'm an ogre. He's afraid to ask me stuff. I help him out whenever he wants.
In John's defense, this seems a little weird, the whole thing about the cassette being there, and Gary didn't realize it was missing for like hours.
No, come on.
If John's going to the trouble of doing an interview and being
Jackie,
a star,
you're off base.
Chasing around, I don't think the responsibility should be on him.
That's why when he gave it to me, he should have left it.
Wait a second, now stop this already. I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to entertain Jackie's idiocy now.
It shouldn't be John's responsibility to get the stupid tape.
Jackie, do me a favor. Your feet hurt. Stay out of this.
They do.
Yeah, do me a favor.
You're way off base.
And nobody is in the refrigerator. Just calm down.
He's going to now defend John taking a tape off of somebody's desk and not telling anybody.
It wasn't on somebody's desk. I just saw it. I go, you know something? Let me just because when I do interviews,
but you got to remember you have it at least.
I've never lost a tape. When I've done interviews, I always bring it in the next morning. And
very good. All right, now listen to me. Listen to me, you two. I don't want to go back there later and hear you two arguing.
No, I'm glad. I like when it gets on the air.
Yeah, good. I know you like everything that's on the air.
Because I hate it. Forget
what?
Nothing.
It's boring already with you two. The fact that you can't work... And, Gary, this is an inadequacy of yours that you can't manage people properly.
Well, listen, John's here because he stutters, and that's the key.
That's not why I'm here.
I mean, that's one of the keys, though.
I hate to break it to you. But he also is pretty responsible.
Right.
So just lighten up on him.
Okay.
And, John, use your head.
I apologize.
Use your brains. Use your brains.
Well,
God gave you a brain.
Want to apologize. Just, don't have people running around till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right. It's annoying. You're annoying, and it's annoying. Thank you. All right, very good. Did you have the Larry King tape?
It's racked up.
Oh, it's already racked. All right, so I'll tell you what.
Begley Jr. too.
All right, as long as you're here, we'll go to the tapes next. Well, first I have to take a break. Everybody stay tuned. John talked to Larry King.
All right.
We'll be back after this.